Okay. Gonna want to go to the link in the description or type that in or whatever. Go to the GitHub for the fucking UEVR bullshit. Go to the fucking releases page. Click on that link or this link. And once you got it downloaded, you're gonna put it on your desktop. And cut. Hey, aren't we great at editing here? Alright, you're gonna want to go down to extract all. And you just hit the big extract all button on there, or if you got some fucking 7-zip or whatever the hell, hit extract whatever on your desktop, and then you'll get a little folder, which is exactly the same but unzipped. You'll open that, and that's the exe you're gonna want to push, but we'll get there. You know, there's steps to this. First, you got to boot up Steam VR, which definitely doesn't take 200 years to download and update and bullshit and get into the fucking thing, and then. My god. You know, this is hyperlapsed. I sat here for fucking like 5 minutes. Pain in the ass. We love the future. Alright. Then you hit play on the game. You're in. You're booting up the game. You're gonna play. Now that you got Steam VR open. And then do the magical of shit editing. I have an amazing NVMe and not a hard drive that took, again, 20 minutes to boot into the game. Now once you're in the menu, yippee, you made it to the menu. You're going to Alt-Tab. That only takes an hour. You're going to go to your folder, double-click on the thing. If it says Restart as Administrator, do it. Then you're just going to want to make sure that you have Assetto Corsa Rally selected in the Inject button. There'll be a list of other programs or some shit. Just make sure it's that one. I'm using OpenVR, so I have that selected. I don't touch anything else. You hit Inject. And then the game will go black, load, and once you see this screen, put on your VR headset, which again takes an hour because you're a fat fucking chud. So we'll just sit here and watch, because I'm not going to cut it out. I'll make you suffer. Yippee. Then you can just close this. I don't know, this has a bunch of settings in it and whatever the fuck. I don't know what any of it means. Just close it. Binga bada booba. You're in the game. You're top G. You can hit escape and it brings back your menu. You can do whatever the fuck you're gonna do in this game. Yippee. You can break your neck. Everything. On to one more setting, which is in video, and it's image calibration. You're gonna wanna fuck with that. Usually it's in the negative percentage. Really depends on your VR headset. I also had to put VSync, and I made sure my frame was limited to the refresh rate of my VR headset. And then here's just the graphical settings anyway that I even run on my shitty computer, which is everything on very low because this game runs like crap no matter what you do. I kind of don't think they optimized for AMD graphics cards at all. I think they just kind of NVIDIA only. So you have to drop everything to low. One thing I will say is you want texture quality to be on ultra, because the last thing you want to do is be driving and then hit an imaginary rock that you can't see because you have your graphics settings set down to low, and then you die in horrible flips and whatever. And then to close it, you just Alt-Tab, hit close, it black screens, and then the game shut off, and you can exit out of the dingle-dop and whatever, you did it. Yay! That's VR! Welcome to the game settings of the game settings tutorial of what settings. I assume you have everything bound. We'll just go to force feedback right away. I set the gain to 200, everything else is 0. This is important, steering lock. You have to set it to this number or it won't line up in VR. That's just for VR people. If you're not doing VR, then I suggest you go in my community tab where you can see other settings I tried and whatever. There's a link in the description. Everything else here is pretty much the same. Just make sure it's linear and 0, no dead zones. Brake is all standard. The only thing that I did change, my fat ass would move down to it. There we go, clutch. So I moved the dead zone because the bite point, and there's a rant part of the video, a yapping rant or something. I'll call it something stupid at the end, and you'll see. I'm sure I'll bitch about that at some point, why I have to set that and whatever. Then we're moving to driver's assists, just everything off. If you have assists on, go, I don't know, play Mario Kart. Like, the fuck are you doing playing a sim? Even a shitty sim like this one. Alright, into the game. Make sure you have that number set so that way your wheel matches your wheel in the fucking VR for whatever reason. Because we have it 200 set, I lowered my force on my wheel in here. Big thing is mechanical damper and friction. You're going to want to crank those up because there's no feeling in the center of the wheel. Again, I'll bitch about it, I'm sure, in my rant thing, but, you know, just to get some kind of feeling so that way the wheel isn't all light and wobbly in the center, because apparently rally cars have 0 caster, even though every rally car runs incredibly high caster, but, you know, whatever. Assetto Corsa will be Assetto Corsa Rally, I suppose, until I really like this game. And then you're done. You're done with this. Rant time! Yippee! Welcome to the rant. We love ranting here. We love complaining. In fact, it's the only reason why I live is to be a big whiny bitch baby. What should I start with? You know, I should have wrote points, but this is all freestyle if you couldn't tell. Let's just start with the wheel. Force feedback, that's always the first one. You know, that's the only one people care about. It's bad. Like, I don't know if it is with the Subaru now or whatever, because I watched the Jimmy Broad Penis fucking guy, and he was complaining about it, and I don't know, it's dead. Like, basically there's no feeling in the wheel, and then you'll hit like a little pothole, and it will like rip out of your hand. Like, it's like no linearity, no grain feeling, it's terrible. That's the force feedback, it's terrible. You know, here's a weird one I never see anyone mention, is the clutch. You can see it really when you're at the start line. You can basically just let off the clutch completely. The car won't stall, it won't do anything. I don't know if you knew, it's not very realistic. You could, you know, you don't have to feather it, you could just drop it. And also the bite point is really high. Like really high, like way at the end of the pedal high. Which I tried to fix by changing the dead zone on that thing. That's why I mentioned that setting earlier. It doesn't do anything. It's really high, and then that makes it hard when you're doing handbrake turns. You know, you gotta rip the e-brake, and then you're just trying to feather onto that bite point and let the car kind of get some grip and pull you through the corner. And you'll kind of see in some of these things, especially the hairpin coming up here right now, perfect timing, is that it lags. Like you're just kind of fighting with it the whole time. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. It's bad, very bad. Yeah, that's one I never see anyone mention. Probably, you know, sim racing in general isn't very good at simulating a manual transmission. It's very on-off switchy, and there's no... Yeah, I don't think game developers spend too much time inside game developing and not any time outside driving a car, so they don't really know. Whatever. Let's see, what else do I got to rant about? Just, I guess mainly the performance. If you noticed in the little replay, there's a bunch of little graphical glitches. I don't know if that's because of the VR bullshit inject nonsense into Unreal Engine, but yeah, that's just not a thing. It cuts, it misses, it got gaps. I don't know anything. And that sucks. What else? You know what, I'll end on a positive. The last video I bitched about the braking on tarmac, and I didn't try tarmac, but on gravel it was much better. You know, maybe they fixed the gravel but broke tarmac. I don't know, they're going back and forth. Yeah, it felt a lot better. So there's a positive. There you go, guys. Positive. You know, that's it. Add a Mitsubishi. Add Evo 4 Mitsubishi. Add a Mitsubishi. Add Evo. Mitsubishi. Add Evo.